Hello, hello, and welcome to Grow to Glow. I told I am Dr. Thashna Walsh, and I am here to answer a question. Um, this morning, afternoon, daytime, I don't know what time it is that you're listening to this, but I'm here to answer a question. And the question is, is about being happy. So it wasn't really a question, it was a statement that somebody had made, and then I turned it into a question. And the statement was about how we respond to our world. And I said, how do you respond to your world? And she said, I respond with the word she used was what's the word? Almost like hands off. Hands off. There was a word she used. Oh my goodness, I didn't write that bit down. But it'll come to me. And then I said to her, your happiness is based, the way you look at the world is based on the level of happiness. So if you're looking at the world in a state of immense joy, that's what you feel. So it's not that the world gives you immense joy and then you feel it. You have to look at the world in the way you want it. I mean, it was Gandhi that says, you be the change you want to see in the world. Be what you want to see in the world. And that's what it pretty much boils down to. So where is it? It's, we respond to the world based on our happiness level. So what is your happiness level? You know, and we talk about your happiness level. People almost don't even believe in happiness anymore. My boyfriend and I were walking down the street the other day, and we smiled at this woman, and she just looked directly at us and walked by. And we were just like, wow. And I said to him, that's not fair, really, is it? There is a rule. There is a rule that when you smile, the whole world smiles back at you, but she did not smile. And he was just laughing at me, but just like, I wonder what's going on, you know? People have lost their smiles, like they walk and they avoid you, they turn their heads away. And maybe that's my impression of the world and me projecting that, which is why I'm experiencing that. But no buts. That's something for me to consider. But I don't know about you. What do you see when you look out there? You see people smiling and happy? I see kids, they're smiling and happy. The children are smiling and happy. They always say hello. And that's beautiful. But I feel that I always, and this is not a terrible thing because this is my calling. I feel that if I don't bring the vibe isn't there. Do you feel that? Like we're all responsible for the vibe. We can't go out there looking for the vibe. I'm going to go out because I want to feel good. No, I'm going to go out. I feel good. I want to go out. That's how it's got to be. You know, I feel good. I want to do this thing. You know, I feel good about this. I'm going to do it. And it's going to be a success. And we have to feel that from the beginning, because if we go in there all wishy-washy and I'm not sure, and this is another reason, forgive me if I talk about meditation all the time, but you know what? I'm not asking for forgiveness because you know what? It saved my life and it's still saving my life and taking me from strength to strength every day. I'm not making any excuses. Nope. You should meditate. I don't know why everybody's so scared of going within. Stop being so scared. There's nothing to be afraid of. In fact, you'll find once you actually start getting in there and doing it repeatedly, you'll go, why didn't I do this before? Because life is so much easier. Why didn't I take the time to love myself enough to sit my butt down or lie myself down, put my headphones on, and just be taken inside into, I call it home, take myself home. You know, when we go to sleep, that's where we go. We go to sleep to rest, that's where we go. But we're unconscious when we're there. But you can do meditation so you're conscious in it or aware. You know what's going on. You can then create the shots without bringing your ego into it. It's learning to do it properly. And I've actually put a meditation course together, and it's free. It's called Meditation Basics because it gives you the basics of meditation, a little bit of science, so you understand why the brain does what it does and how it changes you physically and spiritually, what happens in yourself. So it's there, it's free, and it's on my channel. Okay, I can't spell it out for you any better way. If you want more information, then please book an ignition call with me, and I will be so happy to help. My 10-week Grow to Glow coaching pathway, ascension pathway, it's called, Grow to Glow ascension pathway, that has everything in it. It's got the rapid transformational therapy in there, and that happens in week 3, where we're going inside and finding what's limiting you. What is that doorstop? What is that traffic jam? What is that boulder that's in your way, stopping you from flowing into your being, into who you're meant to be, into your truth, into the love, into the joy and everything that you want to feel and express. We go into that on the 3rd week, and we do a therapy session, which is basically hypnotherapy. And it's not hypnotherapy where you don't know what's going on. It's you closing your eyes, almost like meditation, like self-meditation, but then I'm guiding you, asking you certain questions, and for you to find the answers within your own subconscious program. And you find those answers and you release the heaviness of them right there in that session. So you can release it in different ways. Sometimes we transmute it into something more useful and not something that's dragging you down. So it becomes a cheerleader and your greatest mentor, or it becomes, we burn it, we shoot it to the moon, we bury it, or we just let it go, let it just disappear into nothing. Okay, so it's all about the forgiveness of you yourself, of the whole world, of all of your family issues, all the generational stuff that's coming down from even your past lives. Okay, we're clearing and cleaning and releasing you, setting you free to then now put new, enlightening, empowering, inspiring fruits, seeds, rather, in that area that we've just cleaned out, so that grows now. You start feeling different. You start behaving different. You start noticing that things are just really different. Things are brighter. You feel lighter. You get up and you want to just completely spring clean your house. You don't have to want to do it. It just happens, and you're doing it, and you're doing all this stuff. You're setting up this new business. You're doing this. You're doing that. All the stuff that you never even thought for a million years that you had the potential to do. You've cleared out all the limitations. There's nothing stopping you now. You just do it all effortlessly, easily, and in a relaxed manner. Okay, so that's what it's all about. So if you are not feeling the happiness, your happiness level is not up there, if it's kind of down here, sort of, it's in between. I'm a little bit happy sometimes, and then I am not. That's just not good enough. That's not good enough. You want a full life, a full life. You want it up here. And that's what the whole journey of life is about. It's about bringing yourself higher and higher and higher and higher. Listen to the calling. Listen to the calling. And the way you clear that up is going into that meditative state, is getting hypnotherapy or whatever it is to realign you to the source. Realign you to the source. Because if you're not aligned, you can't get there. You cannot get there. Sorry. People ask, they pray, and they bend down on their knees the same time every day asking God, beg you, please, God, please, 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 please. You know what that says? Feel the energy of begging. Yeah, the begging. The energy of begging says, you don't have, I don't have, I need, I'm needy. So the universe is set up in a way, God is set up in a way, God is giving you everything that you want. You don't have to go to God asking for permission. He's already given everything to you. Now you have to then believe. So you go to God and you go, please, please, please. You're telling God, I don't believe you. So I am begging you. I don't believe you. No, I don't trust you. Don't trust you. So I'm begging you. I don't trust you. I'm begging. That's basically what you're saying. So of course, what can God do? Nothing, because He's given you everything. So you have to go to God saying, thank you, and believing that you have it already. And this is how we build our happiness through gratitude, knowing that everything we want is provided through gratitude. You're saying, wow. And then you just see how things just, your world transforms to match that energy of gratitude that you're giving up. But it has to be true. It has to truly be coming out of you. You have to truly, truly be feeling that way, which is why we need to drop the limitations, because the limitations are telling us you don't deserve it, you can't have it, you're stupid, you're not good enough. What do you think? Who do you think you are? No. Okay. So, I mean, I'm still walking this walk, so I'm not perfect, but I'm far, far, far away from where I used to be. And the other time, I didn't even know what happiness was. Happiness, I used to walk around a face like this. And I used to think that's the way I had to have my face in order for people not to bother me, especially men. Don't chat me up because I'm sassy and sour, and I'm serious. I used to think that's how I had to live. That's how I saw grown-ups in my life living. But then I realized that my life, yeah, was sassy and sour too. And then I started learning, like, I don't want to be this sour girl, this mean girl. It's bad enough. It's not bad enough. It's enough that I am really, really tall and people do see me coming. And now I live in England. I'm black. So they see me twice. And on top of that, I got locks and dreads, I don't look like the typical black girl that they see around. So being sassy and sour and it's like, I don't want to be known as that person. Oh, that beautiful black girl, but she's sour. And it didn't feel good inside me either. I didn't like the feeling. I just thought that's how I had to be in order to protect myself. But then I realized I was no longer in danger. I'm not 7 years old again, being abused by people who are supposed to look after me. I am not that girl. So I don't have to have those programs thinking I have to be sassy and sour and protective. Oh, so I had to let go of those limitations and start letting the happiness in, putting that smile on my face. Now I walk down the street and I see random strangers, and you can tell sometimes they don't want to talk to me, or they might feel intimidated, or they feel low, or they're just not believing in their own self. And I like to say, hello, good morning. How are you today? You know? And sometimes they stop and have a conversation, and sometimes they don't. But it's what I feel like doing. Not all the time, most of the times, but not all the time. Sometimes I have moments when I'm very pensive and gone within myself as well. And I'm just observing and I'm not really participating. Yeah. And then somebody will do the same thing to me. Good morning. How you doing? I'm just like, wow, snap, snap me out of it. It's great. But your happiness contributes to what's happening in the world. This is how we contribute to the community called the human, the world, as human beings. This is how we contribute. We raise our vibrations. And you notice, the studies have been done that when we are stressed as human beings, the energy around the globe of the earth changes. And every natural disaster, every big event that's happened, negative event that's happened, they see the changes, like 9/11, like big tsunamis here and there, people get worried about certain things, the whole COVID situation, massive change in the frequency around the earth, because we are the ones contributing to it. Okay. And all these natural disasters that are happening, we're the ones contributing to that too. This global warming craziness, we keep thinking about it, keep giving it more fuel and keep worrying about it and stressing about it. And oh my God, and not realizing how powerful we are. We are powerful. If all of humanity came together on the same consciousness to do good and to lift each other up, man, I can't wait for that dimension to settle in, because I'm going to enjoy myself, because it's coming. I know a lot of you might be out there thinking the world is going to crap. It's this, it's that, it's that. Yeah, the ones that believe that, that's exactly where it's going. But the ones who believe in something higher and more positive and bring in the happiness vibes, they're going to experience a whole nother world, a whole new world. Okay. I would like you to be on that world because that was fun, unless you are some sort of demonic presence that just love death and destruction, then you might want to stay in the other one. But that's not me. I'm in the light. So if you're in the light, hey, give me a call. Let's have a conversation about what's going on with you. Let's get this happiness meter going up and up and up and up, right? Because you deserve it. And also because it is yours inherently. It is yours. It's no one else's but yours. What's yours cannot be anybody else's. What's mine cannot be anybody else's. So come and get it. Let's do this thing. Okay? You deserve all the good things, all the best things. And in order to do that, you need to get in alignment with the source. You need to get in alignment with the high vibrations. All right. So thank you for listening again. And, I always said to people, you have a responsibility to raise your vibration and become a better version of yourself. And every time I say that, I realize it's not the words I want to use, but I can't come up with any new words. So if you can come up with better words for me, that'd be great. Because when people say responsible, you are responsible. It's almost like it's an attack, isn't it? And I don't want you to feel like you're being attacked. I just want you to embrace it as I have a purpose. I have a purpose to bring light into somebody's life, especially yours first. You have to bring the light to yourself first so that you can shine. Then you can bring the light to somebody else. You can't come from a dark place trying to bring light because you're not going to bring any light. People might say, okay, you did that great deed, that good deed, but if you didn't do it from the, the beauty and the love in your heart, then it doesn't really mean anything. You can't do it out of obligation, because then you end up feeling guilty or you end up letting other people feel guilty because it's an energy. So bring the light to yourself. Open up. All right? Let me help you do that. Again, not going to try to sell you anything. Okay? I will introduce you to my coaching program, so I'm not going to lie about that. Okay? I will introduce you to my coaching program, but I'm not going to pressure you to buy into it. I know that it can transform your life, but there's no pressure. But what I would like to do is have an hour of coaching via an ignition call just to help you loosen up what's been stuck. So even if you don't want to take take on any coaching later on, further down the line, then you actually are a little bit more unstuck so you can go and figure things out for yourself. Okay, or get some help from somewhere else. But that happiness meter needs to be turned up. This is your contribution to the world. Imagine a world like that, where everybody is vibrating highly. I want to experience that. I certainly do want to experience that. I know what it feels like when we are home, because when I'm meditating, I am home. I am in that God space. I'm in that love space where I'm just wrapped up with unconditional love, and it's beautiful. But I would love to experience that with human beings, living on earth, this beautiful paradise, excuse me, that we live on. Just feeling great every morning you get up, speaking to people in your community. There's no fear, there's no backbiting, this warmth and intermingling and love and joy and fun and freedom. Crazy. I hear you saying, I'm crazy. But yes, I'd rather be crazy happy than crazy sad. What are you choosing? What are you choosing? It is very possible for you. If I can do it, trust me, anybody can do it. I can do it, anybody can do it. And you know what? I've walked every single piece of the path. It's one of the reasons I did things my own way so I could do it slowly. It took me 20 odd years. I did it slowly because I wanted to experience it. So when I spoke to you and try to help you to elevate, then you can feel what I have been through. So you don't have to, you don't necessarily have to go through it because you can feel what I've gone through. So you know what I've gone through. So you can just bypass all of that and compress that 20 years into much, much less. Okay. 10-week coaching program is what I'm putting out there at the moment. And it's flipping awesome. But let's just have that 1 hour talk first so we can loosen things up and see where you're at. Okay. And then no pressure. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for opening your ears and your heart to the message that I'm giving. I know for some people it's difficult and it's not something that you hear all the time, but it is definitely a path that you should consider. I would recommend that you consider. Okay, so please subscribe to my channel so that I can give you more of these juicy things, ideas, and answer more questions. If you've got a question, please put it in the comment section as well. And give me a thumbs up if you like this video. If I don't see the thumbs up, because I know who's subscribed and who's not. And if I don't, if you're watching and you're not thumbs up, I'm just gonna take it that you don't really like the video, or some people haven't watched it, but that's cool. But if you've watched it, please just let me know I'm okay. I like to know I'm okay too, regardless of where I am on my journey. I like that, what we call it, being assured that the path that I am on is working for you and it's working for myself as well. All right. And also, please share this channel with a friend that you think may benefit from it. I feel like the whole world can benefit. Obviously, I am not advertising on YouTube or anywhere else at the moment. I am just doing this all organically. So I need your support in sharing this and also giving me the thumbs up, let me know if things okay, and interacting so that YouTube will keep pushing me out there a little bit more at a time. I'm not trying to do anything overnight. I just want to share the message to those who are willing to listen. Okay, thank you again for listening, sending you lots and lots of love and light from my heart to your heart. Have a wonderful day. Till next time. Get happy. Get happy. Get happy.